Hello, hi everyone, good morning. I am baking. I know I never said in my poster that I am baking, but I decided this morning to do that soft talk while baking. I am going to do these amazing cookies. It's gluten free. This is ready made, and the reason why I'm doing ready made is because for somehow I can't find a gluten free flour so that I can start everything from start. Okay, um, so let me try this and let's do our talking. So I know it's few days before Christmas. And I love baking, guys. I do. I really love baking. I used to do it a lot with my mom, and that's what I miss about Christmas. Just a lot of people in one room baking, and the smell of cookies just before Christmas, or even on Christmas Day. Because it's such a beautiful feeling for me. Like, I can't associate Christmas and without baking, so I have to really merge those two. And a lot of people being around, and we having so much fun, laughter. Yeah, and I guess when you grow older and you're creating your own family, or you're building your own family, it's kind of hard to want to blend the two, because there's different sides to let's say wife and let's say daddy and mommy, in a sense that you have to balance what the other party likes, right? And I also, how to integrate everything that you are and your partner is as well. So baking is one of my thing. I love baking. Cookies, mainly baked biscuits. I love biscuits because I love the crunchiness. My favorite also is oats biscuits. Coconut is also one of my favorite. I like the softness that coconut create on biscuits. And I also love oats. Yes, I'm an oats girl, so I do love biscuits with oats. One day I'll show you that recipe. My mom taught me, and I've carried it for a very long time. So this morning I thought maybe let's talk about Christmas and baking, and mainly I wanted to share with you that for the first time yesterday I went for a run for the first time in 3 years. I went for a run, a very long run outside, and I was kind of intrigued a lot to the fact that I was in tune in terms of my hi little I was really in tune when it came to my running. I really loved the fact that I took to running, and it was a long distance. I had so much fun, but for the first time in a long time, I could run so consistently without really stopping a lot. And along the way, I started asking myself, wow, after a long time, how did I really manage to run consistently? And I realized that I was so focused into my running. I love the fact that I was very focused into my running. And loving that is that, and the reason why I'm saying that I was really focused, in a sense that I did not really care what was around me. I was so focused on my running, wanting to get to my finish line, and I wanted to prove it to me that actually I'm going to do this. I know it's been a long time running outside, but I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do it because I want to do it, and I want to achieve that milestone. But what I liked about it is that I really focused on my running so well that I, the cars that were passing, the people that I was passing, the dogs that were barking, like literally they were barking, guys. The dogs that were barking, they didn't really matter, or I didn't really focus on them, or I didn't notice them too much. The people that were also jogging around, they were there, but they didn't disrupt me. The process of my running was not disrupted. So I was so focused in such a way. And the fact that I could see, because there's a lot of steep hill where we say steep hills. So ideally, a steep hill will turn you off. Or like, oh my God, I'm going to have to climb all of that steep hill. But I actually didn't get distracted or become discouraged. I actually wanted to get to that steep hill. And the reason why I'm saying this is a lot of things in life will deter or disrupt you as a person from achieving your goals or getting to your finish line. Yes, you might have a broken knee, or you stepped on a stone while running and you're like, oh my God, my knee is hurting. And it's possible, but the most important thing is that you finish, you just finish your running. You just, this is for my ache, actually. While talking, I must not forget that I'm baking. So I'm just doing the egg. That you focus. One should focus so well into their goals and their runnings and their dreams. And yes, there will be distractions, there will be cars, there will be dogs barking, there will be people running alongside you as well. So they normally say stay in your lane, and that is right. Stay in your lane and do your thing. You don't have to do what everybody is doing. You don't have to go at everybody else's pace. So that's what I learned yesterday, and actually it reminded me that I should do exactly that. Stay focused in what you want to achieve. And that steep hill, there's a lot of steep hills in our lives, and the aim is to go at the pace that is important to us, that is okay with us. Everybody says steep hill, you must run so fast so that when you get to the upper part of the hill, you kind of slow down. Okay, you kind of slow down. But I slowed down just before the steep hill to pace myself. Then I increased my pace almost at the top of the steep hill, and I was like, yeah, I'm doing it my way. Does it make sense? Like life, you're doing it your way. You're doing life at your own rhythm. I think society likes to determine how we should run our lives and do specific things in life. And at a certain age, one should have achieved specific things. That's society. That's what people around us want us to achieve, because it's the norm, But in life, you realize that you will never live until you do what you love. You will never live until you will never really be fulfilled until you do what you love, until you run at your own pace, until you focus on the things that you always wanted to achieve. You will never really live until your spirit can actually lead you to what you think or believe your purpose is. And that's very high, Tanji. And that's very important for all of us, that change your direction if you have to. Hi, sweetheart. Change your direction if you have to. Change your, when you get to a T junction, take some rest. And that's okay. You don't have to make a decision right away and say, I want to go to the left, I want to go back, I want to go to the right. Change, take your time in doing all of those things. And yes, a lot of people will tell you that you must move fast enough because they have planned life around you. And yes, you have to still be responsible. But ideally in life, take your time, because at the end of the day, you are the one who is going to sit at the end of your life, of your finish line, and say, have I really lived? Have I really focused on the things that I wanted to achieve? Let me see. Look, I'm following this instruction because this is a ready-made flour, ready mixed flour, whatever, but it's gluten-free. So what I'm going to do is add butter and eggs.